I mean, I think it's just obvious. It's just ridiculous to just give some celebrity a creative director role of anything. There's only like 3 guys that I think could even possibly work, consistently in that, and that's Ryan Leslie, me, and will.i.am.
Ryan Leslie, a Harvard government major who became a Grammy-nominated recording artist, has removed his music from iTunes and launched a company to reach fans in new ways, and he's made more money as an independent than ever before.
And so just over this last New Year's, I threw a party, and I just put it out there to all my fans. I said, look, if you guys reserve at a €200 price point a ticket to my New Year's Eve party, I'll throw a private New Year's Eve party. I didn't have a venue, I didn't have anything. 48 hours later, I was up 40,000 euros, and I rented a palace in Vienna, Austria, and 200 of my top fans came to Vienna, Austria, and had a big party with me for New Year's Eve. And then this year, we did it again, and this time I said, well, if you guys want a super exclusive package, the tickets are $1,700. That intimate experience, that access, it's not really about the money, it's really about a priceless moment. I realized that maybe they didn't want to support me by buying a digital copy of my record. But I did have folks that decided, hey, Ryan, if you want to make a video, I'd love to give you my services. If you need 30 Lamborghinis in a video, I run the Lamborghini Club in Belgium, and I can have them all pull up. His name is Thibaut Van Rini. Grant myself 100 wishes, that mean I'm a genie. 580 horses in my Lamborghini. When I pull them beauties out, that mean I'm with Van Rini. I'm disguising 30 cars, that mean you never see. Look at my major label release, 180,000 copies album 1 and 60,000 copies album 2. How does that make sense? When the second album was Grammy nominated. The real disconnect is, why wasn't the marketing plan to personally reach out to the 180,000 people that got my first record? Well, that can't be the marketing plan because we don't know those people. All right, well, if you want to continue chasing that dream with those people that don't know those people, then be my guest. For everybody else, man, I'll lead you to the promised land.
The live music business is part of the wider music business. And there are 2 other parts: music publishing and the recorded music business. Traditionally, each part was separate in its business dealings, and that situation has changed. Live music has a lot more to do with recorded music these days, and so it's worth briefly examining the structure of that business. Recorded music is run by record companies, who are divided into majors and indies. The majors are the huge multinational record companies that have labels within them. There are now only 3 major record companies, down from 6 15 years ago. The indie record companies are so called primarily because a major label does not distribute the music they release. The majors have their distribution, especially for their physical formats, but indies use third-party, specialised distribution companies. Indies are also called by this name as they are smaller, alternative version of the majors, often with an independent spirit. The whole music business has changed in the last 17 years, and I shall refer to that change as either being in the old days or not. For the sake of clarity, the old days is any time before 1999. That was the year that Napster, an original peer-to-peer file sharing service, became popular. Now, there is some debate about its long-term effect on the music business, but the year of its arrival serves as a useful milestone. We're talking about the live music business in the modern day, and you should know that it is in good health. The trade magazine Polestar releases figures each year, and the screen shows the latest grosses and numbers of tickets sold. And it's not all stadiums and arenas, thankfully. Polestar also reports by venue type, and the screen shows ticket sales for club venues. And these are presumably venues with 3,000 person capacity or less. One of my favourite venues featured in the list is the 930 in Washington DC. And Polestar figures show that the 930 sold over 258,000 tickets in 2015. So with a capacity of 1,200, that means the equivalent of 215 sold out shows last year. So that's an enthusiastic overview of the live music business. How does it all work? The people involved in the live music business: the artist manager, the booking agent, and the promoter. And in the early days, the artists themselves will book their shows, appealing to bar owners to get gigs. The deals involved with those early shows are usually very simple. A small amount of money, if any, is paid to the artist by the bar owner when the artist performs. This money, called the fee, is sometimes dependent on how many people show up and buy tickets, or buy drinks and food, depending on the type of venue. As the artist becomes more successful, they will perhaps team up with an artist manager. The manager, amongst other duties, will look to gain more fans for the artist and put the artist in front of industry tastemakers by booking more, bigger and better shows. Eventually, either the amount of work required to continue booking shows becomes too great, or the artist becomes very successful, and a booking agent will become involved. The booking agent works on behalf of the artist to get shows and tours for that artist. They earn money by taking a percentage from the artist's fee, known as commission. Booking agents are some of the most powerful people in the music business. You can't hire them, they come to you, usually on recommendation, when they feel there is enough potential in your live act for them to become involved. Once a booking agent is on board, the artist manager and booking agent will work out periods of touring activity for the artist, often in conjunction with the record label. An example would be touring to support a new album. The album may come out in October, for example, and so the band will go on tour throughout late September and all of October to promote it. When the touring period has been identified by the booking agent will contact promoters to book the shows. And the promoters are the people who either own or hire the concert halls, clubs, theatres and stadiums where concerts take place. The promoter agrees to stage a concert for the artist in a certain venue on a certain date. They agree with the booking agent how much they're going to pay the band for the concert, which is worked out from the potential ticket sales, and then advertise the concert, print tickets, and hopefully sell them. Concert promotion is a very risky business, but several companies have become extremely successful worldwide. The final step in the process is for the booking agent to issue a contract between the artist and the promoter that sets out the date, the venue, and the fee for the concert. Leaving aside booking agents and promoters, let's turn our attention back to the artist manager. You should be aware that a manager makes some money by taking a cut or commission of the artist's income. This commission can vary between 5% and 25% depending on the deal the manager has in place with her artist. And this commission is on all the artist's income, from recorded music, publishing income, and live. However, both parties should agree beforehand whether or not the manager is going to commission on the gross or the net of the artist's live income. The background to this is that the interwebs are full of news of artists making more money from live performance than from recorded music sale. The screen shows credible evidence to support this statement. So obviously a manager is looking to earn a great deal from her artist's touring and concert activity. Or is she? Question: should an artist manager commission on the net income of live performance or the gross?
And so just over this last New Year's, I threw a party and I just put it out there to all my fans. I said, look, if you guys reserve at a $200 euro price point, a ticket to my New Year's Eve party. I'll throw a private New Year's Eve party. I didn't have a venue, I didn't have anything. 48 hours later, I was up 40,000 euros, and I rented a palace in Vienna, Austria, and 200 of my top fans came to Vienna, Austria, and had a big party with me for New Year's Eve. And then this year, we did it again, and this time I said, well, if you guys want a super exclusive package, the tickets are $1,700. That intimate experience, that access, it's not really about the money, it's really about a priceless moment. I realized that maybe they didn't want to support me by buying a digital copy of my record. But I did have folks that decided, hey, Ryan, if you want to make a video, I'd love to give you my services. If you need 30 Lamborghinis in a video, I run the Lamborghini Club in Belgium, and I can have them all pull up. His name is Thibaut Van Rini.
Grant myself 100 wishes, that mean I'm a genie. 580 horses in my Lamborghini. When I'm pulling beauties out, that mean I'm with Van Rini. I'm disguised in 30 cars, that mean you